In our workshop this morning, we talked a lot about where is the energy in the initiatives and how do you get more people on board. We talked about following the kind of needs of people, following where people are at with projects and what they want to do, but then balancing that with giving it some sort of focus, because there needs to be obviously a transition focus to that. There is a certain urgency that very much came out this morning around climate change, around resource depletion, and that needs to be addressed. But at the same time, we need to balance that with stuff that's already happening around us. How do we get that on board? How do we get people on board? How do we kind of spread the message, but at the same time, how are we respectful and inclusive of what other people are already doing? So there's this constant balancing act. And what kind of came out of the group was that, in a sense, people involved in transition now are acting as kind of trail finders, route finders in that kind of network of all these different things happening. And so that's an important role that we're fulfilling. I think in the future, Transition Scotland is going to really operate on all these different levels more and more so. And I think the discussion is widening already. We see that this discussion is happening in levels of local government, it's happening at community level, but it's also happening at levels of central government. And those discussions need to connect, need to come together so that we understand that we're all working together, because we need change on all these different levels. We need change in our communities, we need change with regards to how we run the infrastructure of our economies, of our societies, but we need to change these infrastructures. So we need physical, material change, we need social change, and we need inner change. We need to change our inner worlds in some respects. So, as well as our political systems, as well as our decision-making systems, as well as our local government structures, all these things are going to be affected by these issues of climate change, of peak oil. And it's connecting all these conversations together. I think that's going to be the future. That's what the future is about.